Hello everyone and welcome back to Turner's Tutoring. I'm Mr. Turner with our math video for today. For this one we're going to be focused on multi-step word problems around 3rd grade, maybe 4th grade, but working on the concept of what keywords do we need to pull out and what information do we need to be able to solve these word problems. Well, first things first, looking at this, when I think of a multi-step word problem, multi-step any problem means that it has multiple steps or more than one step. In regards to what that has to do with math, is when it's with our word problems, this means that there are more than one order of operation to do. So with this, we're going to be focused namely on addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So those are our orders of operation that we are going to be keeping within, and so on and so forth. That being said, let's go ahead and get into number 1. We have Avery bought 5 packs of pencils. There were 8 pencils in each pack. If Avery gave 9 pencils to her friends, how many pencils does Avery have left? So with that, we have bought 5 packs. We have our numbers we're going to go ahead and circle. We've got packs as a keyword, each pack, and gave 9 pencils. So our first thing is we want to do the multiplication part, and we know it's multiplication because we've got packs and each pack. This signifies that we're multiplying these two numbers, and the two numbers that have to do with this are 5 and 8. So we've got 5 times 8 equals. That's going to give us how many pencils in all. Now, 5 times 8 is 40. And I know this trick because if I count on by 5s, let's see if I can do this on screen. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So I've got our first step of our multi-step word problem for number 1. Then gave 9 pencils to her friends. So if you give it away, that means you're subtracting from the total. I'm going to subtract now. So I'm going to take my total. I'm going to get 40 minus 9 equals. 40 minus 9 is 31. And I know this because if I borrow, because I can't subtract from 0, I'm going to turn this into a 3. This becomes 10 because when I borrow, I'm pulling the group of 10 over. 10 plus 0 is 10. So now I've got 10 minus 9 is 1. 3 minus the imaginary 0 is 3. And that means that how many pencils does Avery have left? Well, she has a total of 31 left. Moving on to number 2. Mason has 22 cookies. He eats 2 of his cookies. Then Mason gives an equal number of cookies to 5 of his friends. How many cookies does each of Mason's friends receive? I have 22, 2, and 5. So I've circled my numbers, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to look at the information. He has 22. He has 22. So that's his total. He eats 2. If he eats 2, that means they disappear, they go away, or subtract. So I'm going to minus 2. 22 minus 2, so 2 minus 2 is 0. 2, sorry. 2 minus 2 is 0. 2 minus imaginary 0 is 2. So he has 20 left. Well, now he's going to give an equal number of cookies to 5 of his friend. Now, typically, gives would be by itself would be the keyword for subtraction, but that's not the case. If it's equal number, think of this as giving or putting it into 5 equal groups. And if he's separating it into 5 equal groups, that means he's dividing. So 20 divided by 5 equals. And we're working with 5s again, so I'm going to use multiplication to solve this division equation. And that we can do this because division is the opposite of multiplication. Multiplication is the opposite of division. So I'm going to start at 5 and I'm going to count on. And my answer is going to be the number of fingers that I have. So I go 5, 10, 15, 20. And then I stop because I reached what my total is for the new step. And I'm holding up 4 fingers, so 20 divided by 5 equals 4. And how many cookies does each of Mason's friends receive? Well, they each receive 4. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to circle the answers. Number 3. A mini golf course has 6 colors of golf balls and 7 golf balls of each color. If customers lose 13 golf balls, how many golf balls are left? So I've got circle my numbers, and then I'm going to work through the problem. He has 6 colors of golf balls. Colors of golf balls in each color. This tells me that it's groups with a certain amount in each group, or multiplication. So I'm going to put multiplication for my first step, and I'm multiplying 6 by 7. 6 times 7 equals 42. I'm going to check it real quick. And there's a few ways of going about this, but I would say you could do 6 times 3, which is 18. We're trying to get to an easy one. 6 times 3, 18. 6 times 4, 24. 6 times 5, 30. 6 times 6, 36, if you know your doubles. And then 6 times 7, 42. So now I have my first step. If customers lose 13, which means they go away or they get taken away, that's subtraction. 42 minus 13. 2 minus 3 I cannot do because I can't take 3 from 2, so I've got to go to my neighbor and borrow. That becomes a 3. Unit of 10 goes over, so it's 10 plus 2 gives me 12 is my new number after I've borrowed. So 12 minus 3 is 9. 3 minus 1 is 2. So my new number is 29. And so how many are left? It's 29. And for our last problem. This one's a big one. 3 classes of 3rd graders are going to the zoo. Miss Knowles' class has 10 students, Mr. Grubb's class has 9 students, and Miss Ackerman's class has 14. If the children are divided evenly onto 3 buses, how many children will be on each bus? So I've got a lot of numbers here, and it's a good one to be our final question. So I've got 10, 9, 14, and 3 buses. So I have these 3. So I need to find the total number of students. And we do that by first adding. So I've got 10 plus 9 plus 14. And what I would want to do is I'd want to add the like numbers, or in this case, it's kind of easier, but if you had something other than a 0 in that place value, you want to do the easiest numbers to add to each other. But 9 plus 4, that gives me 13. I was thinking 7 plus 4 for a second. Sorry, guys. So 9 plus 4 is 13. I carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So I've got 33 students. in all. But I need to divide these 33 students into 3 buses. Now I could draw the picture, but for time's sake, I'm going to say 33 divided by 3, because that's our last thing, is the buses. Now, we know that this one's really easy, but let's do a little trick in case it wasn't easy. We know that the answer is 11, but if I wanted to do this and I didn't know my 11's facts or my 3's facts, I could do 3 into 3. That gives me 1, so 3 divided by 3 is 1, and then 3 divided by 3 is 1, and I match the place values. Now, that is it for our math video. Thank you for joining me for multi-step word problems. I'm Mr. Turner with Turner's Tutoring, inviting everyone who has not subscribed to please help us out. Help us reach 1,000 subscribers by December. Thank you for joining me once again at Turner's Tutoring, and I wish you guys a fantastic rest of your day.